ليبية التعليم الإلكتروني نقدم لكم مادة اللغة الإنجليزية للسنة الثالثة ثانوي قسم العلمي English for Secondary 3 Scientific Section. Distance Learning Rules. قوانين التعلم عن بعد. Be on time. Get ready for the lesson. Choose a suitable place for learning. Raise your hand to participate. Turn off the mic. Turn off the camera. Don't leave the lecture. Unit 5, Holidays. Lesson 2, Adventures. Objectives. Discuss holiday experiences. Review and practice present perfect symbol. So in our lesson, we're going to discuss holiday experiences by using the present perfect symbol tense. In coursebook page 52, we have 8 questions and we have to match these beginning with the ending of each quiz question. These quiz questions are asked about things that you have done during your holiday. يعني الأسئلة تسأل عليه أشياء سبق أن قمت بها في العطلة أو في الرحلة تاعك. الترجمة الحرفية للسؤال have you ever اللي هو هل سبق لك أن قمت بكذا، يعني السؤال على experience that you have done، عن تجربة سابقة لك. Number 1, have you ever stayed in a real unusual hotel? Number 2, have you ever camped on a beach? Number 3, have you ever flown in a helicopter? Number 4, have you ever been sightseeing in an open-top bus? Number 5, have you ever been cheated by a taxi driver? Number 6, have you ever lost your passport while on holiday? Number 7, what's the best holiday destination you've ever been to? Number 8, and the last one, what's the strangest food you've ever eaten abroad? So these questions are asked about things that you have done during a holiday. In the workbook, page 73, we're going to listen to different people talking about points related to holidays. And then we have to match them to the topics below from A to G. Now, listen.
Listen to different people talking. Match. 1.
It took 6 hours from London to Washington. The food was awful, but the films were okay. I watched 2 and slept the rest of the time.
2. Have a look at them. They're full of colour photos of luxury hotels on the beach and beautiful places to visit in the area. 3.
On the first day, there's a jeep trip to the desert. On the second day, there's a bus trip to a souk. On the third day, there's a trip to the camel races.
4.
The waiters were terrible. They were really slow and one of them spilt soup on my shirt.
5.
There are candles and flowers everywhere, and the music is amazing. The people there are always really friendly and cheerful. It's a place where you always feel good.
6. There's plenty to do there. Golf, tennis, windsurfing, walks. 7.
What shall I book for next week? A hotel or a self-catering apartment?
Match the people to the topics below. Write the correct number in each box. Here we have 7 topics and we have to match them with the people that we have listened to. A. Accommodation. Accommodation means هو الإسكان. Activities من النشاطات. The atmosphere اللي هو الأجواء أو البيئة. Brochures اللي هو الدليل. Excursions من النزهات. The flight هي الرحلة. And the last one the service لأن الخدمات. Topic A with number 7, the last person. Topic B with 6th person. Topic C with the 5th one. Topic D with the 2nd person. Topic E with 3rd one. Topic F with the 1st person, and the last one with the 4th person. Talking about past experiences using present perfect plus ever and never. Let us revise the form of present perfect. مضارع التام. The form of it have or has according to the subject plus the past participle of the main verb. هذا تركيبة المضارع التام اللي هو الفعل المساعد have or has plus the past participle التصريف الثالث للفعل الرئيسي. How can we use ever and never to express or to talk about past experiences? We use ever to ask about possibility in the past. So ever here to ask يعني هنا ever سبق أو بمعنى هل سبق لك. حتستعمل هنا نستعملها مع الأسئلة يعني في صيغة السؤال فقط. Have you ever been to London? For example here, have you ever been to London? To ask about possibility in the past يعني شيء ممكن أن حدث في الماضي. So ever means at any time in the past. At any time in the past. هل سبق لك أن زرت أو كنت في لندن? You can answer by twice or once. And the second adverb, never. We use never to express the negative about past experience. يعني never used with negative form. And the adverb ever used with a question to ask. Never used in a negative form or in negative about past experience. I have never been to London. And never means at no time. يعني لم يسبق لي. At no time I have been to London. Section B. Write true sentences with never about you, your family, and your friends. Write about animals, number 1. And you can use these verbs ride, hold, see, and touch. Here the first one is done for you. I've never ridden an elephant. Here we use never, the adverb never, with the present perfect, have, and the past participle of the main verb ride, ridden. And never should be between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. يعني the position مكان الادverb الظرف never حيكون بين الفعل المساعد have and the main verb والفعل الرئيسي ride, and should be in the past participle ridden. Another example, my sister has never held a scorpion. My sister, here's the subject, has an auxiliary, and never should be between the auxiliary has and the past participle of the main verb hold, held. Here in the second point, a game and play. We can use never with the present perfect. I have never played a game on a computer, and never should be between the auxiliary and the main verb. And also we have another example with another tense. Here, my brother never lets me play a game on his Nintendo. Here, never used with the present simple. As we know before that never is one of the adverbs of frequency, like sometimes, always, and often, which is used with the present simple. يعني كما درسنا في السابق أن never هو أحد ظروف التردد أو التكرار اللي نستعملها أو علامة من علامات المضارع البسيط. Never. Here never can be used also with other tenses. يعني never مش مقتصرة على المضارع التام فقط، وإنما تستعمل مع present simple اللي هو المضارع البسيط. Here in this example, the tense here is the present simple tense. My brother never lets me play a game on his Nintendo. Nintendo here is a computer game. The third one, food, we have the verbs that you can use: eat, try, and make. I never make my own food. I never make my own food. Here also present simple tense, and never here an adverb of frequency used with the present simple. My parents never eat food at restaurants. Also here present simple tense. My parents never eat. In number 4, a place, and the verb be, also visit. I've never been to an uninteresting place. Here's the present perfect, have, and the past participle of the verb be, been. I've never been to an uninteresting place. Another example with the verb visit. My cousin never visits that place. And here the tense is present simple. Present simple, there is no have, and the subject, then never, and the main verb in the present simple, visits. Number 5, sport or activity, and the verb that you can use: do, run, and swim, etc. I never do any sports that involve running. Here, the tense here also present simple. I never do. There is no have or has, and here the verb in the present simple form. I never do any sports that involve running. Another example, my friend Sarah never swims in the sea. And here also a present simple tense. My friend Sarah never swims. Never is an adverb of frequency, comes after, between the subject and the main verb. My friend Sarah never swims in the sea. From this text, we notice that, and you have to know that never can be used with other verb tenses, present perfect or present simple. We have another 3 adverbs used with present perfect: just, already, and yet. These 3 adverbs used to talk about completed or expected actions. يعني نستعملوا الظروف هذينا مع زمن البريزنت بيرفكت اللي هو المضارع التام لما بنتكلم على حدث انتهى and the time is not specified، الوقت غير محدد، or expected action اللي هو حدث متوقع حدوثه. Let us start with just. We use just with present perfect when we talk about something that happened a short time ago. Happened short time ago يعني لما يكون الحدث حدث في الماضي لكن ما مرش عليه وقت طويل، يعني منذ لحظة. Just تعني قبل لحظة. You look nice. Have you just been to the hairdresser? Or I have just taken or drunk a cup of tea. يعني قبل لحظة أو للتو تناولت قهوة for example. And here the position of just, as we have studied for the previous ones, that just should be between the auxiliary have and the past participle of the main verb. Have just been. Let us go to the second one, already. We use already plus present perfect when we talk about something that happened before we expected it. Before we expected it. يعني لما نقولوا سبق أو بالفعل قمت بالحدث لكن هنا الزمن قبل المتوقع. Before we expected. For example here, it's only 8 o'clock, but Samira has already gone to bed. Has already gone to bed. يعني before we expected that Samira go to bed as usual. We can say Samira has already gone to bed يعني بالفعل أو سبق لها أن ذهبت إلى السرير. The third one, the adverb yet. We use yet with present perfect in negative sentences and questions when we talk about something we expect to happen. Yet هنا بمعنى بعد أو حتى الآن، نستعملوه في حالتين، في النفي وفي الجملة المنفية أو في السؤال لما بنتكلم على شيء لم يتم إنجازه بعد ولكن نتوقع إنجازه لاحقا أو القيام به لاحقا في أقرب وقت. For example here, I haven't done my exams yet, but I will soon. I haven't done my exams yet يعني لم أقم باختبار أو اختباراتي بعد أو حتى الآن. But I will soon يعني سأقوم بها لاحقا. Here in a question form, have you passed your driving test yet? هل اجتزت امتحان القيادة بعد؟ Here I expect you have or will soon. Here so yet here and the position of yet here حيكون مكانها في نهاية الجملة. Okay, in a present perfect have or has and the past participle of the verb and yet at the end of each sentence. Section D, we have an exercise here. Complete the responses using just, already, yet, and an appropriate verb. Here we have the first one is an example. Would you like a cup of coffee? No, thanks. I've just had one. Here, I've just had one. Here يعني تناولت للتو أو قبل قليل, before short time. Here's the respond with I've just had one, the present perfect and the use of the adverb just. Number 1. Does Samira know about the meeting? How can we respond for this question? I'm sorry, I haven't told her yet. I haven't told her yet. But soon I will do that. يعني هنا أنا لم أخبرها ولكن سأخبرها أو سأخبرها لاحقا. I haven't told her yet. يعني لم أخبرها بعد أو لم أخبرها حتى الآن. But I'll do that soon. The second one. Would you like to come to see the new film with us? Would you like to come to see the new film with us? How can we respond? Thanks for asking, but I've already seen it. I've already seen it. So it means that he watched or see the film before. يعني شاهد في السابق. I have already seen it. The third one, can I borrow that book after you? How can we respond? Can I borrow that book after you? أستطيع استعارة الكتاب بعدك. We can say, here you are. I've just finished it. I've just finished it. يعني أكملته للتو أو قبل لحظة. I just finished it. Number 4. Look at the notes board. There's an advert for English courses. How can we respond? There's an advert or announce for English courses. Your friend show you the advert. إعلان على English course. How can we respond? I know. I've already seen it. I've already seen it. يعني بالفعل شاهدته أو نعم. I know أعلم بالفعل شاهدته أو سبق لي أن رأيته. The last one. If you see Khalid, can you ask him about tonight? We can say, he can come. I've already asked him. I've already asked him. يعني سألته من قبل أو سألته بالفعل. So you have done this action. And that's all for our lesson. Hope you understand it. وبهذا نكون قد أنهينا درسنا لهذا اليوم. مع تحياتي معلمتكم سرور الكرزات.